Hello everybody, welcome back. It's JudiciousFire, and I am here with Zephyrica. I'm doing a series of videos that are dedicated to looking at some of the core heroes that I use on a daily basis and their modern build using the upgrades that are available in the current game of Castle Clash. He's up to skill 14. He does a lot of damage to a lot of heroes over a sustained period of time. This is really what makes him a great hero killer. And I have him set up as a hero killer. That's really what I'm after. It is possible to do more damage with the man. It's possible to have a higher critical rate, possible to do more critical damage. Different ways to run him. I'm trying to get him to kill off heroes in the scenarios that I use him. So I have him set up with two different builds. One side I have a Flame Guard. This gives him deflect ability. Now, it also lowers his damage cap. So 55% less damage is being done to him with every successful attack against him. It's effectively doubling his life. So this is really, really great for those long head-to-head battles where it takes 2 to 3 minutes to kill off a hero, where it takes 2.5 minutes to kill off that stealth Dovekeeper. The reflect and deflect that we have in this game can aid in that, as well as a hero that can do, heavy sustained damage over time. Damage over time is how you whittle down those damage caps. So Flame Guard, wonderful, and it stacks with Victory Lunge in the sense that it will, again, lower his damage cap. With a 7/7 Victory Lunge, you're going to get then added to this 75% of his damage cap completely removed. So you're getting then, triple a Zephyrica. 3 times the longevity. And it's amazing. I have him also running with a Vigorous Fury. Zeph is strange in the way that he can be augmented. You can raise his base attack level, and that will help him in a variety of ways. You can also give him critical ability and raise his critical damage. But he cannot be augmented with the attack bonuses from, say, a War God or an Unholy Pact, with the exception of his Whirlwind damage. It's really his true damage and his global attack that I'm after. So I go with the Vigorous Fury and I go the critical route. When I am running a Flame Guard, it's typically in an attack scenario like a Guild Wars, or maybe in something like a Here Be Monsters. I might pair it up with a Stealth. This is only to give Zephyrica a backup in case he's ever, put to the point where he was about to die. At least I'm not gonna drop a flame in a Guild Wars. I'm running him with a Malaise or a Forest Ward, one or the other. I do change enchantments pretty routinely in this game. Every 10 days or so. If I'm running a whole different series of game modes and I know, hey, this is going to be my Here Be Monsters week and all this kind of stuff, I might do a Malaise. If I'm running a Forest Ward, it is for the survivability, the ability to dispel negative conditions, and that consistent passive heal in the background. He doesn't have to attack like with the healing ritual. Malaise is also really great because you don't want all the hard work that you've done over a 2-minute battle to be undone in a quick heal by the enemy. Nothing more defeating than fighting some stealth Dovekeeper for 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden at 2 minutes and 1 second she fully heals. So Malaise will help to prevent that. If you're running the Malaise method, either as base defense or as offense, I would highly recommend putting Malaise on 2 heroes. I don't think it's necessary in most cases to have it on 3 heroes, but 2 is definitely recommended. This is only affecting 2 heroes, so you need to have it affecting 4, because the Love Doves from Dovekeeper are counted as heroes. and will be affected by the malaise. So you tend to see the malaise really watered down over love doves and not actually the heroes themselves. Run 2 heroes with malaise and you're going to take care of it pretty quick. I found over time, simply based on playstyle, that I would rather him hit the high dodge heroes of today. When they came out with the new enchantment system, new trait system that added more traits, I saw that dodge could go 25,000. So I need something to counteract that dodge. And with his ability to hit, he's a hero killer, he is actually going to be hitting the Wallas and the Rippers and the Phoboses that might have high dodge. And he'll take them out really quickly. So I found with a base of accuracy, you can then specialize with talents and insignias and even enchantments and pets. But let's make sure they're hitting the heroes. Okay, he's at about 48,000 base attack. This is the number by which we quantify the amount of damage the enemy will take in Castle Clash. It will not be 48,000 damage that the enemy will take. 48,000 will be used as a number that is part of the quantification of damage that the hero will take. It could be 100 times that. Okay, so you've got to take a look at the base attack. This is where the whole equation comes from. 48 right now. Let's put this pet on him. Now all of a sudden at 65. This results in, it can be 150,000 extra critical damage. And it's constantly firing again and again and again and again and again. It really, really starts to add up. Let's take a look at this guy with his, let's take a look at his crit and his crit damage. 817 and 1200. Watch this. $24.93 and 10,000. Yeah, there are ways to make this even more brutal, okay? But in terms of the talents and the basis for accuracy that I've chosen, this is about as far as I can push it. And he ends up doing nearly 600,000 damage per critical strike. And he liquefies everybody. He's a food processor of heroes, okay? By the time they're done, they're a fruit smoothie. Okay, we're going to do some attacks. I'll just run through, just player after player. This is Acid, Acid Space. He is one of our highest might players, one of our best players here on the iOS server. I'm going to go with a Zeph versus a Zeph. We'll start off just with Zeph. When his health gets low, we'll then throw in the supporters. He is running Vigorous Fury, a Brute Force 10, and the crit likelihood and crit damage pet. And we're looking for hero killing. This can happen over a few minutes time. This can happen in a matter of seconds when you're running the crit damage route. We look and we start to see the heroes are dying off, with the exception of those with a damage cap. And this crit design is not going to be specific to taking those heroes out. This is why I find that the Flame Guard thing is really a great thing to use against damage capped heroes. It doesn't matter how much damage you do, a little bit just from Flame Guard. That's plenty. It counts as 2 hits. The attack you're doing and the deflect itself. So really, really nice. Jump on ahead. All right, we're on Top Goat King's base. Another guy in the friend list. One of our top players here on iOS. Always has a nice base design, as well as good hero coverage. We've got a Ripper in here. He's going to be silencing us. That will be difficult to deal with. We've got a Dove. We've got an Occultist, as well as a Zeph. Maybe we'll go Zeph side and see what happens. Maybe we'll be able to take him out. Oh, if you're an Instagram fan, check out Top Goat King's Instagram page. He shares a lot of information on Castle Clash, and it can be a very helpful resource. Okay, we go Zeph versus Zeph. And Zeph, it looks like Zeph went into stealth and is now kind of holding us there after he reanimated from stealth. And are we through that Zeph? Northern Zeph is still there. Okay, he's not dying. He's just stealthing out on us again and again. Going towards Dove. You can see the tremendous difference in Castle Clash between heroes that have a damage cap and those that do not. Typically, when you're running a head-to-head route, it's always going to come down to Dove and Zeph and Lava in the end. And you're really just fighting those damage-capped heroes. You can see the Zeph up north still didn't die. That's why I'm doing a Zeph video. Even a team of 6 just banging on the guy again and again and again. Still doesn't die. Still there, fresh as the day he was born. And you're going to see also the damage over time that is necessary to take out a Dove Keeper, especially a stealth Dove Keeper. You want to boost your attack rate in order to take out some of these damage capped heroes a little bit more quickly. I would recommend Michael. You run Michael with a little bit of damage reduction. Remember, you're using him for the buff, the attack speed and attack boost, not for deflection. Run some damage reduction on the man, maybe a Holy Conviction, maybe a Sacred Light. Now all of a sudden you see that he lives, even in the face of a Dove and a Zeph and all these breakthrough whatever heroes. He will boost that whole team and do so globally as well. It's amazing. And all of a sudden you start taking out these heroes well within the 3-minute time frame. Don't think we're going to be able to do it in time here. Okay, we're going to do some attacks. I switched out my team and I changed up to what I would consider more of a attack-oriented, more of a Guild Wars style team. Not trying to do any kind of base damage. We're just trying to knock out heroes like surgeons, one after another. Okay, so we're going to start off with a Zeph. It's going to be my shield. He's running the Flame Guard setup. In addition to the Flame Guard, he is running a base attack damaging pet. I have my Dove running a critical and crit damage setup, and she can hit them high millions. Just one shot everybody, with the exception of the damage capped heroes. And Jess Prime has an awesome base setup. I mean, this is great. You can't stop, though, this Zeph combination and Dove and the team. I've got healers in here. I've got Serena for an attack boost, as well as the ability to revive. And, you know, honestly, probably the greatest hero killer of them all, Creation. Only downside to Creation is he's like a Ferrari. Okay? In order to get the guy out of the driveway, first you got to own a Ferrari. Okay, it takes a lot to get this guy up to that max level. And the first a sidewalk curb that you bump into, the car's in the shop for the next week. He can die very quickly. Okay, BB014. Let's see. Let's go Zeph side. We get wrapped up in a Cosmo proc, but we shrug it off. It means nothing. Many of these heroes are running some sort of Wicked Armor. I think all through Insignia. And Wicked Armor, you know, any kind of attack that they do, they're not going to take Deflect or Reflect. Got a combo of Sacred Light on there as well. When the Cosmo procs come, it means nothing. Cosmo is still a very, very useful hero in this game. But in terms of base defense, I think he's starting to see his utility decline over time. And you see the relatively low base damage that we're doing. Nothing oriented towards causing any kind of... Oh, Goats, Army Mom. Oh, yeah, Army Mom, one of our top DPS players and Archdemon challengers. And notice that when I go to attack, I'm not attacking Walla Walla. I'm not attacking Ripper. I'm I'm not attacking guys that lack a damage cap. I'm attacking the damage capped heroes. So I can sit there for a minute and kill all the heroes on the base from a distance without ever even getting near them. Then, when the damage capped hero that I am stacking upon drops, then I'm able to move into the base. And there is no resistance because all the heroes are dead. So this is the head-to-head method. And it's another stealth Zeph. It's going to take time. Let's bring it to a close. If you have not done so, please collect your might rewards. This was a very, very recent update and change to Castle Clash. And I'm seeing that, other players are not collecting their rewards. It's all free. Next to your might titles, start at the very top, every one of the blue boxes contains a series of rewards. Just click it and collect. So you go all the way down, and you can see how many of these rewards you can acquire. At 1.8 million, I got the following. And if you're at 1.8 million, you don't need gold books. You certainly don't need honor badges. And level 9, you'd say, well, that was a level ago. So while it is at that point not necessarily a game changer, it is something that does affect players over time. Let's see what's at 6 million. 6 million. Let's say that's in a year from now when they come out with like Breakthrough 60. In a year from now, we'll have probably a whole new trait system, and these cards will not be relevant. Our runes would be necessary to create... forget it. Okay, well, the rewards are there if you need them. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and enjoy your clashing. All right, bye-bye.